Have you ever looked at your dog, curled up at your feet, and wondered what's going on inside that furry head? We know they love us. We know they get excited for walks. But can they think about tomorrow? Do dogs understand the future? It's a question that has puzzled scientists and dog lovers for centuries. Today, we're diving deep into the canine mind to uncover the truth. Let's start with a familiar scene. You grab your keys and your jacket. Your dog, who was sound asleep just moments ago, is now wide awake, tail wagging, eyes sparkling with anticipation. They know it's coming: a walk, a car ride, an adventure. This isn't just a simple reaction, it's an association. Your dog has learned that certain actions in a specific sequence predict a future event they enjoy. This is a form of perspective memory, the ability to remember to perform an action in the future. Neuroscience gives us some fascinating clues. When we look inside a dog's brain, we find many similarities to our own. The hippocampus, a brain region crucial for memory and navigation, is well developed in dogs. This structure helps them create mental maps of their environment and remember where they buried a favorite toy. But does remembering where something is the same as planning to get it later? Let's consider the work of canine cognition researcher Alexandra Horowitz. She suggests that dogs live in a world of immediate smells, an olfactory present. Their sense of smell is so powerful they can detect not just who is here, but how long ago they left. For a dog, the past lingers in the air as fading scents, and the future arrives on the breeze. This unique sensory experience might mean their concept of time is fundamentally different from ours. They may not be thinking, "I have a vet appointment at 3 p.m. next Tuesday." But they might smell the subtle chemical changes in their owner's body that signal an impending car ride. One of the most compelling arguments for canine foresight comes from studies on self-control. Researchers have conducted experiments similar to the famous marshmallow test for children. In one study, dogs were offered a small, immediate treat or a larger, better treat if they waited a short period. Many dogs chose to wait for the better reward. This demonstrates an ability to delay gratification, which requires an understanding that a better outcome is coming in the future, even if it's just a few moments away. They are making a choice based on a future consequence. But what about more complex, long-term planning? Do dogs plan for a future that's hours or days away? This is where things get a bit more complicated. Most scientists agree that dogs don't engage in the kind of detailed, abstract future planning that humans do. We can mentally simulate complex scenarios, weigh multiple outcomes, and make plans for our retirement. A dog's world is likely much more in the now. However, this doesn't mean their future is a complete blank. Think about a dog that learns the daily routine. They know that after the morning walk comes breakfast. They know that when the sun starts to set, their human will be home from work soon. This is a form of temporal awareness. They are using environmental cues, the time of day, the sounds of the house to anticipate what's next. It's a sequence of events, a script for their day that they have learned through repetition. Some of the most touching evidence comes from anecdotal stories. Tales of dogs who wait by the window for their owner at the exact time they are due home, even when the owner's schedule changes. Or dogs who seem to know when a trip is coming, getting anxious or excited long before the suitcases are even brought out. Are they reading our minds? Probably not. It's more likely they are masters of observation, picking up on hundreds of tiny unconscious cues we give off when we're preparing for a future event. Our stress, our excitement, our change in routine, it's all information to them. So let's revisit our original question. Do dogs understand the future? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. They don't have a calendar or a to-do list. They probably aren't pondering their life goals, but they absolutely have a sense of what's to come. They build expectations based on past experiences and current cues. Their future is a series of anticipated events triggered by the sights, sounds, and especially the smells of their present moment. It's a world of what's next rather than what if. This ability is a key part of their evolutionary success and their deep bond with us. By anticipating our actions and intentions, they can integrate seamlessly into our lives. They learn our routines, respond to our needs, and become our partners. When your dog nudges you with a leash, they are, in a very real sense, making a plan. They are taking action in the present to create a desired future. A walk with their favorite person. Consider the remarkable case of Chaser, the border collie who learned over 1,000 words. Her abilities showed that dogs can connect abstract symbols, words, with objects. This requires a sophisticated level of cognition. While it's not direct proof of future planning, it demonstrates a mental capacity far beyond simple stimulus response. Could a dog with such a vocabulary learn to associate a word with a future event, like park later? The research is ongoing, but the possibilities are exciting. The way we train our dogs also relies on their ability to think ahead. When you teach a dog to stay, you're asking them to hold a position in anticipation of a future reward or release command. They understand that their current action or inaction will lead to a specific outcome moments later. This is future-oriented thinking in its most practical form. Every successful training session is a small testament to a dog's ability to connect the present with the immediate future. Let's look at this from an evolutionary perspective. For a wild canid, anticipating the future was a matter of survival. A wolf needs to remember where a promising hunting ground is and plan to return. They need to anticipate the movements of their prey. They need to understand the changing of seasons and prepare for the scarcity of winter. While our domesticated dogs don't face the same life or death challenges, those cognitive building blocks are still there, inherited from their ancestors. So the next time your dog seems to know what you're thinking or anticipates your every move, remember, it's not magic. It's a complex interplay of memory, association, and an incredible attunement to their environment and to you. They are living, breathing prediction machines, constantly updating their expectations of what's about to happen. Perhaps the best way to think about it is that dogs have a different kind of future thinking. It's less narrative and more sensory. It's grounded in the concrete reality of their world. They may not daydream about a vacation, but they can certainly look forward to their dinner. They may not worry about tomorrow's stock market, but they can feel the joy of a future car ride bubbling up inside them. In the end, while they may not be thinking about next week, their ability to anticipate the next minute, the next hour, or the next walk is a profound cognitive skill. It's what makes them such responsive companions and such a joy to live with. They may not ponder the distant future, but they are masters of the near future. And they fill it with wagging tails and endless optimism. And maybe that's a lesson we could all learn from. Living a little less in the distant what-ifs, and a little more in the joyful anticipation of what's next. Thanks for watching. If you love learning about the amazing minds of our animal friends, be sure to subscribe to Canine Secrets for more deep dives into the world of dog cognition. See you next time.